Hey guys, what's up? It's Jack Pro here, and welcome to episode 1 of Road to the Rig. It's a new series I'll start, kind of a mini-series, and basically it's kind of a tutorial, a guide on all the different components I'm putting into my new PC that I'll be building. So I hope it to be really informational for you guys if you guys plan on building a gaming PC. So today I'm going to go over my case that I ordered, do a little overview. I was going to do an unboxing, but I have the attention span of a squirrel. So I kicked out the box, and I'll just give you an overview of what I got. So join me over here and we'll get to the overview of the case. Okay guys, this is the Corsair 600 TM. It's exact same as the T, except it has a mesh side panel. That's the only difference. So we'll start it off. I'll do a quick overview. Well, one of the reasons I got this case is that it's very clean looking, very uniform through the front. And it's kind of what I wanted, something plain and simple. It's all mesh, so it's got great airflow. Right up front, we have 4 optical bays for DVD drives, stuff like that. No 3 1/4 or 3.5 inch bays. Yeah, 3.5 inch. No room for a card reader, but I can get an adapter to fit that if I so choose. Right here is a removable dust filter, which is really handy to have. Prevents you from getting a bunch of shit in your case. And in the front we have a 200mm fan, so that's going to blow a lot of cool air inside the case. Moving up to the top, we have a USB 3.0 port and a FireWire, as well as 4 USB 2.0s and a headphone and microphone jack, which is really good to have. This is a fan controller that's going to control all the speeds of all the fans. So I'm not really sure how that works, because obviously you want your exhaust fans blowing at a kind of low RPM, and your intake fans at a little higher. So I don't know if it'll automatically adjust that. I'll probably get software to do it though. You notice the mesh continues up the top of the case, and this part also comes out and exposes the other 200mm exhaust fan. So another 200mm fan. It also has support for 2 120mm fans or a 240mm radiator. The Corsair H100 liquid cooling kit will fit perfectly in this. You can mount the fans on top and the radiator on bottom, which is really great, but I have to find somewhere to put that 200mm fan. It also has a lock here on the side, so no one will steal your shit if you go to LAN parties, if that's your thing. So I'll just rest this on top of here, and we'll move around to the side of the case. Alright, this is the side of the case, and another one of the big reasons why I purchased it. It's so easy to remove the side panels. There's no screws, not even thumb screws. You just hit down on these little latches here, and down comes the cookie tray. So you already have a mess of wires in here, and there's not even anything installed. This is for the fan controller here, and all your USB headers and audio headers, switches, all that good stuff. This is the USB 3.0 pass-through. It doesn't connect into the motherboard. It connects through the outside of the case and then hooks up to your motherboard like that. So not ideal. Ideally you want to connect it directly to your motherboard, but that's only really on the high-end cases like the HAF X or stuff like that from Cooler Master. A big cutout here for the CPU cooler. If you want to add an aftermarket CPU cooler after your motherboard's installed, you don't have to remove your motherboard. You have access to it through this giant gaping hole, as well as some grommets to route your cables. That's all that's going on here. I'll see you on the back side. Okay, so this is the rear of the case. The rear end has a 140mm exhaust fan, which is kind of standard, I guess, for a case this size. The input-output shield will go here for the motherboard. Supports ATX and micro ATX motherboards. Whoa, lost right. We got 8 PCI slots here, which is exceptional for a mid-tower case. 7 is kind of standard. The 8th isn't really functional though. That's for your USB 3.0 pass-through. So like I said before, it'll come through here and connect to the motherboard. We got grommets here for your water cooling, and then a power supply mount at the very bottom there. I didn't mention it, but this outside here, it's all plastic, but it's pretty high quality plastic. I'm not disappointed with it at all. It's great material. The sides and the overall frame of it is steel. Okay, so moving on to the other side of the case, you'll see what differentiates this from the 600T model is the mesh panel on the side. It has support for 420mm fans, which is good, but I wish they would have added support for one 200mm fan, because the fan up here, if I decide to go water cooling or put any radiator up here, then I'd like to put that down here. So I'll have to drill my own holes, which could be a pain in the arse. So disconnect this, and we'll drop it down again. You'll see right away we got the little accessory bag with some cable ties, some more grommets for fans, and the key for the lock up top. A mount for the power supply. See, it just connects with these thumb screws here. The grommets, like I said before, are there. It also has, I don't know if you can see these here, but it has the standoffs already installed for an ATX motherboard, so I don't have to worry about any of that, forgetting to install a standoff and shorting out my motherboard, which is really great on Corsair's part. We have a toolless locking system right here. It's kind of standard on cases at this price point, but you just flick that up and slide your drive in and put it back down, and then it's locked in place, which is a nice feature. Don't have to deal with that when you're swapping out drives. Hard drive base here, really easy. You just slide that out, throw your hard drive. They'll connect with these little prongs on the side there. It also has support for 2.5-inch drives if you want to put an SSD in there, and then you can just slide it right back in there. So additionally, these are two separate cages for your hard drives. You can just remove these thumb screws, and this case will slide out, and you can mount it at the bottom right here. So that's going to allow more airflow to your graphics card, or support room for a longer graphics card if you have like I don't know, some kind of beast huge graphics card. But this is a large case. It's listed as a mid-tower, but it's a very big mid-tower case. It looks really big, and that's about all I got. That's all the features for the Corsair 600TM. As you'll see, putting on the side panel is just as easy as taking it off. And we'll get another view of the front to show it to you guys. Of course, without the filter on the front. But once again, it's a Corsair 600TM. Look for a new episode of Road to the Rig whenever I get a new part. It should be power supply soon, so we'll mount the power supply and then work from there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Considering liking the video, as it really helps me out, guys. As always, I'm Jax Pro, and I'm out.